everyone, and welcome back. I'm Dan. We're over here at the section where me and my wife are going to set up our home in the near future. Just got done taking care of bees. I might do some videos on that in the future, but today I decided not to focus on that and focus on chainsawing. My sister and brother-in-law are out of town. My sister usually helps me with it. It's a co-op operation, so I had to be a little bit more focused today, so I went ahead and just decided not to film that. So we're over here today. We're going to have CS-3510 we're going to be working with. I had been running this chainsaw on the store-bought premix fuel, but that fuel is just getting way too expensive here lately, and have decided to go ahead and swap over to using gas with Red Armor 2-cycle engine oil. So I've been running that in the CS-590. I'm going to go ahead and swap that over in the CS-3510 today and see how it does. Hopefully it continues to run good. There's a few videos that I've watched in the past on YouTube, some credible individuals that have said that it kind of messes up spark plugs when you run that premixed fuel. It runs a little bit too hot on the spark plug, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that chainsaw out. I'm going to pull the spark plug out and see if it actually has that glazing on it, because I've run about 10 tanks of gas with that fuel through it, so we'll go ahead and check that out. Alright, here we go. We got the CS-3510. I'm going to go ahead and pull the spark plug out and see if there has been any effect on the spark plug for running the premixed fuel through it. This is the first time I pulled the spark plug on this machine. Well, to tell you the truth, it has a slight amount of that. It is fairly normal, but it's a little bit of that, if you can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and swap it over to regular gasoline. We'll fire it up, let it run up, idle a little bit, get warmed up, get that fuel transferred over from the store-bought premix to regular gasoline, and then we'll get doing some cutting. Today I have a wood pile, or it's going to be a brush pile that I'm working on. It's a little bit too tall. That one right there in the middle, right there. I got to knock it down a little bit. I fell a tree on top of it because the tree pile had been pushed right up against it. So I'm going to go and get that off of there. And this tree right here, I might take that one down today. And this one right here, this one's probably going to fall into the pile as well. I'm not going to worry about trying to aim it too much. I'm going to let it fall where it falls. So here we go. Y'all see that? It's got to get a little bit of that white glazing up here. So I could tell that y'all couldn't see it very good when I just viewed the video. So there's a better view of that. Well, it took me a little bit to fumble around for my little flathead tuning screwdriver, but I finally found it in a different box that I don't remember putting it in. But I maybe gave the low speed maybe a 1/16 of a turn tweak richer, and pretty much corrected the issue. So we're going to start cutting on this. I might speed this video up and fast forward through this and then get to the tree falling. So we'll see. right there on about the limit that the CS-3510 can do with the 16-inch bar. It was starting to get bogged down in that. Well, this pile looks like it's cut down pretty good so far. There's a few logs I was going to save out of here, buck them up. This is cedar, so you can't cook with it, and I wouldn't burn a fire inside the house in your fireplace with it, but you can use it for a campfire or something. It does have sap in it, so you want it to, let's say you want to give it a couple years to season, let that sap seep out of it. Otherwise it puts out a lot of soot and ash. So, all right, so this tree is, I'd say roughly about 12 inches across. It's 16-inch bar. So this chainsaw should be able to handle this. With the way the tree is leaning right now, as you can tell, it's leaning a little bit that way. It should fall that way. Besides that, it has a slight that way, but then the top of it comes back over. So it's going to be going that direction. I got a wedge just in case I need it, but I don't think I'm going to be using it today. Exactly where I said it would fall. I guess it was just luck though. All right, finishing up here today. Today I took that pile down. It's about my height now. I'm 5'10", so got it down to a manageable height. I still got a lot of brush that I gotta get cleared out away from it still. Right now we're looking probably about 50 feet. I would like to move that back at least another 10 feet. And of course it needs to be a torrential downpour in order to light that pile off. But the way I'm trying to work it right now, just having a smaller pile. I might actually take a little bit more, make it a little bit smaller pile. Not so much shortening it down, but shrinking it in. So, but yeah, like I said, it's got to be a torrential downpour whenever that happens. We also, again, I also felled a tree today. Wasn't the best job I've ever done. It wasn't the worst either. I'm not a professional by any means. I'm just an amateur. I've been using chainsaws for about 20 years. A lot cheaper ones in the past, but now I'm starting to step up to Echo, and I've definitely been satisfied. This little Echo 3510 has been a cedar cutting saw like crazy. This thing is so light, and it has just the right amount of power. Yeah, it'll get stuck a little bit. It's gonna need to get sharpened again here pretty soon. It does have a safety chain on it, so those rakers are almost down to where the safety catch is, the safety raker. So I barely got maybe another sharpening on it, and they're probably all the way down. So it's time to get a new chain here real quick. Real happy. It ran awesome on gas with 2-stroke oil in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. We're gonna do some more videos of this in the future. I have some time off coming up here around Christmas time. I'm gonna have a little bit of time to get up here, so we'll do some more of that. I am leaving these stumps a little bit high because what we plan on doing, we don't want to flat cut them, since this is probably going to be a place where a house pad is going to go. We're going to go ahead and get the backhoe over here and get those stumps pulled out, fill that ground in with dirt then. So all right, time to head over to the ranch, feed the cows, and drink a few beers. I'll catch y'all next time.